So when you're setting the structure up, Scott, okay, I want to role play with you. All right. I want to role play with you. Let's start from the top. Let's just do that. Let's just
Okay.
start from the top and let's role play. All right. And I'll break you up. I'll stop you at some points and things like that. We won't go all the way through. All right. But let's just start there. All right.
All right. Hey Dom.
Yeah. Ring, ring. Hello.
Hey Dom.
Yeah. This is Dom. Who's this?
Dom, Scott, just getting back to you real quick about the form you submitted online about life insurance for veterans. You said you were in the Army, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, awesome. What'd you do there?
Man, I was infantry.
Infantry. Oh, heck yeah. Get any cool deployments?
Yeah, I was in Desert Storm.
Oh, right on. I was an artillery officer in the Marine Corps for 7 years, so had a lot of fun blowing stuff up. I'm sure you saw a lot of that.
Absolutely, man. And thank you for your service.
No, thank you, Dom. And perfect. My job is super simple. I'm the underwriter assigned to go over what you qualify for. Do me a favor and grab a pen and paper so you can write down my full name and state license number.
Yeah, could you just shoot me an email about any of this, man?
Well, we do it all over the phone, and so it only takes about 15 minutes to go through your options, and then I'll ask you some questions. And we'll see what you qualify for. So
Okay,
yeah,
let's pause. Let's pause right there. Okay, let's pause. Is that have you gotten that before?
the email no, but maybe they're like busy or
Yeah,
something.
something to that extent. Okay. So anything to that extent, right? Can you send me an email? Can you call me later? Anything like that. I wouldn't say correct the advice I'm going to give because I wouldn't say there's a correct way to do it. There's just a way that there's ways that work and there's some ways that don't work. Does that make sense? So I would say in those situations, agree with them. Can you send me an email? Yes, I could. Then you follow up with, but does that make sense? Hey, can you send me an email with all that? Scott, I definitely could. And I got your email address here as scott@gmail.com. Is that right? Yep. All right, cool. I'm going to save it here. And once we get done, I'm going to wrap up and shoot you everything. But now I just got to see what products and stuff you would actually qualify for. Then I'll wrap it up and get you the email of all that. Sound good, Scott?
Yeah.
Cool. Grab a pen and paper real quick. Let me give you my info. Okay. Do you see how I didn't say no to him? Can you call me later? Yes, I could. Could definitely call you later. And when I call you later, I want to get some information from you so I actually have something to speak about. All right. So we don't waste a ton of time. So grab a pen and paper real quick. I'll get some information, then we'll set it up. I'll call you later. Let me know when you get the pen. Same thing. Make sense? When you agree with people in those scenarios, they typically don't want to double down and say, hey, well, it's cool. Make sense? A lot of times it's like, oh shit, okay, that didn't work. Nope, didn't work. Nope. All right. So put those two things in your bag right there. Agree with them. And then get back to what you were going to do. Tell them, hey, boom, 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 whatever. Can you call me later? And even when you just verify it, even like I verified the email, it's stupid, but it just helps. Does that make sense? Verify the number. All right, so this number here ended in 4332, this is the same number I should call you back on? Yeah, this is the number. All right, cool. All right, so grab a pen and paper. Let me get some info. And then when I call you back later, we'll be able to hop right into it. You know what they do, Jeff? They go get that damn pen. Makes sense? This is the difference between presentation and call tomorrow and never get them on the phone again. Right? Scott, you had those? Call me tomorrow, they never pick up the phone again?
Yeah.
Yep. And this is where that pissed off and bothered come from that I was referring to earlier, Scott. You got to get pissed off and bothered that they are doing that to you, or or let's flip it. Let's take some accountability that we're allowing them to do that to us. That's accountability. I'm allowing them to do that. Then I get pissed off and bothered, which, if you don't understand that, maybe indifferent will be the better word. But how do you get pissed off and bothered? You get a bunch of no-shows that tell you that they're going to pick up the phone, right? You get a bunch of people that when you get down to the end, they don't want to give you banking and all this type of stuff. You almost got to go through it. And instead of it being angry and depressed, it's pissed off, bothered, and I'm going to freaking work harder. I'm going to become indifferent. I'm not going to care as much. I'm not going to be so emotionally attached to what they do. I'm going to be so indifferent that they don't even think I care. If I asked you, do your clients believe you care? I don't mean about like helping them. Care about your commission. That's a tricky one. That's a tricky one. All right. So agree with them. All right, Scott, let's pick it up next. Actually, let's pick it up where you're telling me grab a pen and paper. All right, cool. Yep, I got a pen. Start your info.
All right, my name is Scott Robbins. Two B's is in Bravo, and my California state license number 4474371. Okay, Dom. Typically, when I get this request, my clients have someone in
No, no,
mind.
no, no, no. Is that really what you would do right there?
After they write it down?
I'm writing it down. Yeah, yeah. After they write it down, and when you're telling me all, is that what you do?
Well, yeah. After they confirm they wrote it down, I go ask them about the beneficiary.
All right. So let's do this. All right. During that piece right there, okay? When you're telling them, hey, Scott, grab a pen and paper for me real quick. Write my information down. They come back, tell me you can't come back and tell me, yeah, you got it.
Okay, you got it.
You got it?
Wait.
All right, Scott, write my name down, man. All
Okay.
right. My name is Dominique, Domonique.
Okay.
Last name Rogers, Rodgers.
Okay.
And the next number I'm going to give you is my national producer number. Okay. This is like my social security of business. And anybody you speak to about insurance, they need to give you this before you continue the conversation. Okay.
Oh yeah. I usually
Number is
mention
one
something like
five
that.
one 256 66. Scott, can you repeat that to me?
Yeah. 551
Yeah, I got you. All right. So, because Scott, this piece is so important. It's probably one of the most important pieces of your script. And the more we can slow down and be almost over the top with clarity, with who we are, what that number means. I hear so many people go, yeah, that's my NPN number. I'm like, who in the hell? Why the hell would they know what the hell that acronym means? You just confuse them even more now. Now they, you know what I mean? Now they think they got to decode some data or something like that. Make sense? I'm like, help yourself. They filled out the form. You know they need insurance. What's missing between filling out a form and getting the insurance? Trust. That's it. They know they need it. They know they want it. They fill out the form. We got to get them to trust us, Jeff. Trust. And you don't get trust by going, hey, KW, would you trust me, bro? You trust me? Please trust me. Please, would you please trust me, Kachina? I'm being honest with you. Please, 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 please. That doesn't work. You've got to, during that piece, slow down. There is a training that we did. I didn't do it. Clint did it. It's on our YouTube page. Go back and watch that one that Clint did because I think he takes about 10 minutes, which is a long time for Clint to talk about anything. Okay. And he talks about that piece and how that piece changed his career. Clint sells $700,000 a year, by the way, just so y'all can have a point of reference of what I mean by changing careers. Okay. I didn't know this when I started, Scott. I started doing telesales. Me and Bryce, we were getting smoked. I mean, smoked. I was spending $1,000 on leads and making $1,000 basically, which sucks. And it was purely because, Scott, I just thought they knew who the hell I was. Like I knew who I was, 13, 12 years in the industry. I just thought they knew. Oh, you didn't know? It's Dom. I'm calling you for the insurance. Duh. I thought it was almost corny, like to be over the top with who you are because I come from face-to-face sales. Face to face, I never rode around with a damn lanyard on my neck. I didn't do that. When I showed up to people's houses, they knew. Like, damn, this is the guy who called me about the insurance. I didn't need a damn badge to let them know that. But on the phone, you need a badge. And that piece right there, Scott, is your badge. And if you could just kind of go over it and just boom, all right, so now you're talking to them about personal stuff. You're about to ask me about who my beneficiary is, bruh, and why I'm putting them on my form. And you just gave me name, number, and kept it pushing. Do you guys see how big that can alter your presentation? People don't trust you already, anyways. All right. So let's do that part again. Okay. And I want you to slow down and tell me more about what you're giving me and
Got
why
it.
it's even okay to say, hey, Scott, dude, you met me on the internet. Because some people may try to speed you up at that piece too, by the way. Some people may go, oh, no, don't worry about it, man. I don't need that. Don't believe the hype because that's the same client that's going to tell you they don't want to do it later. Okay. And so when they say, you know what, Scott, no, I don't need that, man. Just like, let's just get to it. You'd be like, nah, man. You met me on Facebook. All right. Which is real close to Craig's list. So you need to verify who you're talking to before we get any further because I have to do that. That'd be crazy for you to start talking to me about life insurance. You don't even know what I look like. Now they're like, shit, now this fool's crazy over the top with who he is. And like, yeah, yeah, trust him. They went from trying to speed me up, thinking it was another damn sales call, to I really rock with this fool. I like that he slowed me down on my dumb assness. Because that is pretty damn dumb that I would tell somebody that I don't need their information when they about to sell me life insurance. This has to like I want this to really get in there. Because when it gets in there, then you start taking action. But if you don't understand why, it's just like, just whatever. They're just trying to be pushy. No, we're not. They need the life insurance. They want the life insurance. All right. So be very intentional with that piece. All right. Don't let the people who are trying to speed you up. And don't let the ones who are just super easygoing allow you to forget that you need to do that part. Because there'll be sometimes you call people up and they'll be like, oh, yeah, the life insurance thing. Oh, yeah, man, how much does that cost? And then you just get straight into it. And you're like, fuck, I totally forgot to. And then you're wondering, man, they were just so easygoing and ready to rip. And then you replay your presentation. You're like, damn, you look back at your text and you're like, damn, I didn't send out one text. They don't even know what I look like. And then you thinking you got a closing problem. You ain't got a closing problem. You got an opening problem. This is big. All right, Scott, let's pick it up. All right. You got questions about that? Any of that so far?
No, it was good. I usually mention it. I just forgot to in our role play.
All good. Let's do it again. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I got a pen.
All right. So my name is Scott Robbins, two B's is in Bravo.
Okay.
My California license number, 123456. And Dom, with that number, you're able to look me up on the state insurance website. That's like my social security number for life insurance agents. So that's for your security and mine. I want you anytime
So
someone
you say that piece, you say you can look me up on the website.
yeah.
All right. So if you say
I
that,
tell them you can call and
that's cool. If you say call, you say email or anything, give them the number or give them the website to do it.
okay.
Okay. I don't say that though. Okay.
Mhm.
But if you say that, then you need to give them the place to do it. All right. So just go whatever state. I know Rami does this. Every state that he goes in, he goes to the state Department of Insurance, gets their thing, and shoots it over to them and say, hey, here's the link and here's my NPN. Plug it in. Remember, you guys, there's so many ways to do this. We're just trying to get trust. Whatever way works for you. I'm not saying what Scott's is not, it's not wrong. It's not mine's not right. It's just effective. Does that make sense? We got to find what are the most effective ways. All right. So give them that information. All right. Now let's pick it up. Pick it up from there.
Okay, Dom, and this is your cell phone I called you on?
Yep, this is my cell.
Okay, great. I'm also going to send you a copy of my state license. So let me get that to you real quick.
Okay.
And then you know I'm registered with the state insurance department. Do you get that?
Yep, I got it.
You were able to open it?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yep, got it.
So, Dom, typically when I get this request, my clients have someone in mind that they want to leave this money to when they pass away. Who is that for you?
That's gonna be my son.
Your son. Okay, and what's his name?
His name is Cameron.
Cameron. Okay, great. And were you looking into life insurance because you already have some in place and want to add more, or do you not have anything set up yet?
I don't have anything set up.
Okay. And is that because you didn't think you could qualify, afford it, or just haven't taken the time to look into it yet?
I just haven't had the time. I'm gonna stop you right there. Okay. Now we get into after this, right? We get into structure and financial inventory. During this time, right? Like, do you know my son's name? You know my son's name. You know how old he is?
No.
Okay. You know
What's
where he
his
lives?
name? No. I, I thought
You know
I
if I
did.
have, you know if
Thought
I
I,
have grandkids? Do you know if I have more than one kid?
no, I thought I get into all that later.
When though?
Um, when I'm completing the client worksheet, I get a little more during Secure the Why and when I'm completing the client worksheet.
Okay. I think we can stay on like quick hit questions just so that it can help you secure the why more.
Okay.
It can help you during the financial invitation inventory if you know that stuff. Make sense?
Yeah.
Like I want to know if I go, hey, well, my son, cool. What's his name? Cameron. How old is he? You know what I mean? Cool. Is that your only child or you got other ones? No, yeah, I got like five kids. All right, is Cameron local? Is that why you chose Cameron? Yeah, he actually lives with me. Make sense? Now that's going to help you a lot more to feel the value on what that is. So he lives with you. Okay. Does he help pay the bills and stuff like that, or is it just you? No, I pay all the bills. Cool. I put a pin in that. So now when I get to financial inventory, I know what's going on. Does that make sense? Like I need to know, like during that why, you just got to ask more questions. You're asking the questions that are on the sheet, nothing more. Okay. Maybe the name, but I don't think that's there. Okay. But figure it out. Like, all right, so beneficiary, who, what, write this down. Who, what, where, why. Who, what, where, why. Who are they? What do they do for a living? Why is it important? You know what I mean? Why, like, you know what I mean? All that so you can know. And then write that stuff down. Okay. And then because you want to get a, you know, a quick scope of where they're local away, because all this is going to help you. If they live in California and they're beneficiaries in Florida, that's value that you're going to have to talk about. Now it's important to know what the beneficiary does from work and do they have paid time off of work? Because you ain't going to leave Florida and come to California for one day for a funeral and go like you make sense? So all of this stuff is so big in building the value during that why. All right. Comments. Bryce, you got anything to comment on any of that or Zach or you know?
Yeah. And Scott, one thing that I would like, we got this recording, right? So I'd go back and watch this. And one thing I'm noticing as you go through, it's like your tone is really good, but your tone is also the exact same in everything you're saying, right? And so if I'm asking Dom and I'm like, all right, Dom, so fill this form out. Who did you have in mind as who you want to leave this behind to when you pass? And he goes, my daughter. Oh, okay, cool. How many kids do you have? You see how like I kind of fluctuated my tone there to like sound more interested? Like your
Yes.
tone is literally everything you say is the exact same. So the first thing that you say on the phone seems just as important or not as important as who the beneficiary is and what she does for work. And so I think it might be easy for the client to kind of get bored or feel like it's a survey, right? As opposed to this really feeling like a conversation. Like what you'll notice, like when you start to really get some consistency with this thing, like and you hear people that are selling at a consistent and high level, like the energy transfer on the phone becomes the most important thing, and all the insurance stuff just kind of goes along with it. But dude, this is phone sales. You know what I mean? And so like capturing the attention and the energy of the client on the phone is massively important. It's something that me and Dom really had to learn because we used to just book appointments and the tone was just very much like, hey, you filled out this form, so I'm coming over tomorrow. You know what I mean? What we were actually were trying to have the shortest possible conversation on the phone. So we had to learn how to be intentional and understand like the way that we were communicating over the phone and how it affected the clients. Like when people are hanging up on us, they're like, "What's going on?" It's like, "Well, dude, you can't just like beat them over the head with this in the beginning, right?" So we had to learn how to adjust our tone and tempo to like really capture the attention and the energy, like transfer energy on the phone. So it's just one of those things where I think, it's not, this is kind of again some next level stuff, but I would go back and listen to this and you'll hear exactly what I mean versus, listen to another call where you can kind of hear somebody like, all right, they're really making this like a conversation and the client is, you know, they're they're intentional. You know what I mean? They're wanting to listen to them because of the way that they're speaking.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Yeah, as you say that, Bryce, I think like you want the client to know that you're excited about your business, not selling them.
Yeah.
So what I mean by that is, well, belief in your product goes a long way. It does. When you believe that you're calling somebody with something that will truly help them and not just on, oh, it's life insurance, everybody needs it. I get that, dude. If it was that easy, everybody'd be rich. Make sense? It's internalizing that this is real. And then when it becomes real to you, those things don't even seem like obstacles anymore. All right. Your tonality, the energy you give is energy of uplifting people. Do you know? Like you want to uplift your client. You want to rise them up. You want to, when they pick up the phone, they may be a little angry or whatnot. You need to bring the sunshine to their life. And that isn't by being corny and telling stupid jokes either. That's just having the right posture and the tonality to get people to pep their step up. If you pick up the phone and it's just womp, 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 dude, they're gonna be out. But if it's here, and you guys even see on the Zoom here, I change my voice inflection like 80,000 times per sentence.
Yeah.
And I do it on purpose. People listen more. If I go down and I start speaking a little slower and lower, everybody hears me a little bit more because they're a little bit more intentional. So on the phone with clients, I had to learn how to use my voice to control the situation. I had to know when to slow down, when to speed up, all that type of stuff. Do you know what I mean? But that comes with just repetition, but also belief that, dude, they need this. They need it. I know they need it, and there's unequivocally no reason why they shouldn't get it from me. And if I stay there, they can't knock me off my rocker. I may not close the ball, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to go into every call knowing that I'm in the right place. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. All right. Any other questions? No? All right. Let's do you know what? Connor, let's role play.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Good job, Scott. All right.
All right, thanks, guys.
You got it, brother. All right, let's start from the top, dude.
Got it.
Let's see who could be the. Hey, Jason, do you mind being the client, dude?
Yep, ready to go.
All right, thanks, brother. All right, let's rip.
Sweet.
Okay, you ready, Connor? All right.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Hey, Jason.
Yeah?
Hey, Jason. It's Connor at the benefits office here in Chicago. I'm getting back to you about the request you submitted for discount life insurance quotes. You listed Janine as your beneficiary and your date of birth as 10/25/1967. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, perfect. I'm Connor, the head underwriter here in Chicago. I'm assigned to handle your eligibility and approval. Do me a favor and grab a pen and paper so you can write down my full name and state license
Okay, give me a second. I'll grab one.
number. No problem.
All right, go ahead.
So first name is Connor, Connor, and my last name is Cameron, Cameron. All right. And my state license number is 897534. You got that?
Okay, I got it.
Excellent. Yeah. So anyone you're talking to about life insurance, you want to make sure you get that number from them before you continue the conversation. Okay.
Okay.
It's very important. It's like our social security number in business. So, so Jason, you listed Janine as your beneficiary. Who's Janine to you?
It's my daughter.
Okay. How old is Janine?
She's 20.
Okay. Is she still living with you or has she moved out?
She moved out.
Okay. Okay. So, were you looking into life insurance because you have some in place currently and want to add more, or do you not have anything set up yet?
I don't have anything.
Okay. So, is that because you didn't think you could qualify for it, afford it, or maybe you just haven't taken the time to look into it yet?
I just put it off.
Okay. So, no problem at all. Is it fair to say you're ready to get something set up now?
Yeah, I get a good payment.
Okay. So in terms of what you're looking to accomplish with this coverage, is your main concern just covering the cost of your funeral and final expenses, or did you want to leave some additional money behind to either replace lost income or potentially leave a gift?
Maybe a little of both, all of those.
Okay, so maybe a little extra on top of the final expenses. All right. So what was it that prompted you to start shopping for life insurance?
Just getting older and hearing a lot of people passing away and just figure I'd do it.
Okay. Has someone close to you passed recently?
It's been a couple years.
Okay. Did they have financial help like this, like a life insurance policy in place?
They didn't have life insurance, no.
They didn't have any life insurance. Okay.
No.
So what did that look like for their loved ones taking care of that?
Well, I had to help out a little bit, but
Wow.
yeah,
Wow. Okay. So, I mean, this all seems pretty straightforward to me. It sounds like you just, you don't want Janine to have to handle, the expenses of your funeral and any other expenses that come along with passing away, by herself. You want to have this to protect her, and then maybe if there's a little extra, great. Does that sound about right?
yeah, that's about right.
Got it. Well, Jason, I commend you for taking the time to look into this, and I'm really glad I could be the one to help. So, Jason, my job is super easy.
All right, I'm gonna stop you right there, Connor.
Go ahead.
I'll give you one feedback before you do your release. Good job. All right.
Thank you.
And this isn't a pass or fail type of recommendation I'm going to give you. Okay. This is really for the whole group and just to allow you to to really just dig a little bit deeper and make people feel it a little bit more. Can anybody guess what I'm gonna say?
I would say about the part when he was asking Jason about did he have any insurance? And he's like, no, he didn't have any insurance. Now, how was that financially for the family? And he was like, oh, we didn't have insurance. I had to pay for that. A good question right there would be when he chipped in and be like, well, how did that make you feel, Jason? How did that make you and the family feel? Just talk about the feeling of him not having insurance, so he can go into detail about what they all had to do in order to get the money to be able to pay that. And then once he tells you, oh man, we had to get all this money, we had to do buckets and all that, and you can kind of assume at that point that, okay, Jason, it seems as though you just want to make sure that that doesn't happen to your daughter, that she's not out there collecting buckets and having to, come out of her own pocket for money. Yeah, that's exactly why we're on the phone. Okay, well, we'll make sure that doesn't happen to your daughter. And then you can kind of go into it.
That's it. That's it.
I feel like a lot of agents don't want to dig deep, but it's okay. They already opened up to it. So just once they open it up, you could ask as many questions about it. How much did you end up paying for it? What did it cost the whole thing? Who was responsible? Like, just dig. They gave you the opportunity to dig, so dig deep.
Dude,
They'll tell you everything.
That's the deal. All right. You guys just saw how easy it would be for him not to ask that, and the client's going to allow you to keep going. But we didn't bring the pain. See, life insurance is sold through pain, not through excitement. It's not a car. It's not the new Lamborghini. Makes sense? It's not hey, I'm going from a 3-bedroom to a 5-bedroom. This is not what we're doing. We got to remind people of the pain that will be there, or the pain that they've already went through. And if somebody's willingly enough to tell me about it, I got to take advantage of it. I have to. Otherwise, I'm treating them like they're closed off, and they're not. Make sense? So very good job, dude. Good job. I think everybody here can take a lot from that. All right, because that's everything. The pain. Bring the pain. I had a mentor coach who needs to tell me, bring the pain.
And something else too. I thought Connery did a really good job. But when I talked about my daughter, her moving out, that's your cue to say, where does she live now? What if she lives, across the nation, or and then say, what is she gonna do? She's gonna have to travel. I mean, it opens up a whole bunch of information that you could write down that you need.
Yeah. So today we have Blake. All right, Blake Berger. He's going to be on the training today. He is a new agent with us. He's been crushing it. All right. He's going to end the month at like 45K. He's already put money behind. He was at another agency before. So if anybody was somewhere else and FFL is your next home, all right, I think this would be a very good place to see what that transition was like, because I'm sure he's going to hit on what are some of the differences between where he was and why is this a place to where he's the same person but getting a totally different result. Who wants to be that? Who's like, you know what, dude, like I want a totally different result from where I was before. That's where Blake was. Okay. So hop on there. All right.